Mayong adlaw, mabuhay ug madayaw. Pero wala ko sa dakbayan sa Davao.
Ano jud, gusto nila nga sundan pod nako. And I know deep in my heart na I want something else. I know I'm capable of being an engineer, capable of being a teacher. But then as I grew up, I have realized that my heart goes for entrepreneurship. And I need to explain that to my parents na ano, like this and like that. And even though mingon sila nga, pag ano na lang day, pag maestra na lang, pag engineer na lang, pag law na lang. That's what my father dreamed nga, mag-lawyer ko.
Of course, Ate Mitch was one of my inspiration. Kimitiligan, tapos friend pa gid na ako siya, very close friend. Tapos siya ang ano sa ko nga, uy Drix, what if mo appeal ka ginani, yung mga pageants. Tapos, pero ang first and foremost yun na ako nga inspiration nga mo appeal atong MUPH is not a public figure or something into pageants. Ang inspiration din ako ato is my sister. Kanang na-mention na rin ako sa akong advocacy. Ako ang sister kay deaf to siya. So, siya din ang nag-inspire sa ako kay ang ako ang advocacy is awareness sa mga deaf. So, siya din ang number one na ako inspiration. Ano ni-appeal ko ato.
Mayong adlaw, mabuhay ug madayaw. Pero wala ko sa dakbayan sa Davao. And this is not your typical setup for this edition of our one-on-one heart-to-heart interview here on the Kadangpan Digital Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the Kadangpan Digital Network Facebook page. As part of our 5th anniversary, we are here in the city of Golden Friendship, Cagayan De Oro City. I'm not gonna specify the mall, but if you know this place, then you're very old. And if you're familiar with this area, well, it's up to you if you would remember everything. But anyway, let's not wait further ado because we are here together with the former contender of Hiyas ng Pilipinas, representing Medina, Misamis Oriental. Ladies and gentlemen, Abbas Luieva Mae Bernados. Mabuhay ug madayaw.
Mabuhay and madayaw.
Yes, so thank you so much. I know this is not quite the typical interview and the setup that we need, but still thank you so much for taking your time with me. And despite that, it is a lengthy ride all the way from Davao. But thank you so much for taking this chance to speak to you heart to heart.
Of course, my pleasure. It's like we've been planning this for quite long, and I'm very much excited to meet you in person, live in action.
Yes, yeah. Not virtual na ha.
Yeah.
So, first and foremost, how are you?
I'm good and I'm kicking great. So busy, but it's fine.
Yeah. Manageable yung mo nga time, no?
I chose to manage it.
Okay.
I have no choice.
Okay, sige. So, di na to lang nun pa because I have to start na with the following questions that I hope that you will answer. This is a no-holds-barred interview that is
okay. I like
pero,
this.
Not casual. Not supposed to be casual, pero this is not your typical setup because we are here inside the mall.
Yeah, it's like ambush interview, no filter.
Yeah, sige. First and foremost, asa man katong childhood dream na imong gusto makapot by the time you have you're still a student?
Actually, when I was a student I've always dreamed to become a flight attendant. You see, in our hometown, we don't have an airport there, so we need to travel from our hometown to Laguindingan. So whenever we will go to Laguindingan to get our relatives from abroad, I've always wished Kamusta ka po mga flight attendant, no? Because I've seen flight attendants coming from the airport and then coming out from the airport. And then I envision myself that one day I will be that I will be working with that career.
Yeah. Lagi no, pero how come nagbago ang imong mind when the time that you're growing up?
I think it's because of the reality. Because I know for sure that I am capable of being a flight attendant. But then, as I grew up, I funded myself with my studies. I do get help from my parents, but more likely nga ako lang ang kanangga sustain gid sa ako ang mga daily needs and from my tuition and so on. And then I started a business, Abbas. So when I entered the business world, that's when I realized na the career I want is something that I can manage my time. I can hold my time. It's in my control. Whereas kung mag-work ko as flight attendant, I know for sure na hectic akong time. I have schedule. I have to follow itineraries and so on and so forth. And then there came a time nga nag-ano ko Abbas, nag-intern. So I was working 9 to 5 job. But before that, I was already in business na. So, in my 9 to 5 job, I have realized something, Abbas. I am not meant for employee nga work.
Lagi.
Okay, the catch here, Abbas, is that I'm not happy doing it at all. Compared to when I'm doing business, I can handle my time. I have time for my gym, for my family, and then I could delegate work. Instead of ako ang mag-work, I delegate it to other people, and then I just manage them, and then tell them this is what you're gonna do this, do that. Whereas I was working as an intern, it's different there because it's like a switch of positions. I was the one taking orders. I was the one being told to, you will do this, you will do that. And then I feel restricted. I feel like I cannot grow in this area if I'm an employee. No, but this is just my personal opinion. Yeah, so I feel like I'd be more progressive and growth would be much bigger when I'm on the entrepreneur.
You know, we have the same aura, no? Because I used to work in a company but I was working with an independent contractor. Pero the catch is mandatory I will not gonna mention the name of the employer because I used to be working with them sa broadcast. But eventually, although I am happy with my job, but still, it consumes the time that is supposed to be. And dili na much better na I have to create the entity of my own rather than to employ in a company where has no assurance of
I can relate. I can relate to that.
Gani sa ang monthly baya igor ang mahurot sa pamasahe.
Correct.
Yes.
And then you don't have the liberty of your time.
Tama. Yes. And then mandatory ba yan? Pero unless kung free time in the sense that you are happy with your independence being doing business of your own ba yan?
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay. Now, let's go straight on sa experience. Now, for those who don't know, the people of Misamis Oriental, especially the municipality of Medina, would know when did you start entering into the world of pageantry?
In school, I was Miss Intramurals 2016, and that time I was only first year high school. And then my contenders were second year, third year, and fourth year. So I feel so nene. Like I was like, why am I here? But I was enjoying the stage. I was enjoying the applause of the people, and that's when coaches they saw a potential in me. So when I was still on grade 7, they tried to, after that pageant, they trained me because they see potential na, this could be the next Miss Medina, this could be the next title holder, and so on and so forth. And so that's when my pageant career started.
Yes. So, how does the feeling na ikaw, you have been doing your catwalk in the stage, being a
Oh.
contender of any pageant that you join?
It's fulfilling. In that age, it's fulfilling. But now, I have a diversification of fulfillment na. Although, kato sa una, I feel so fulfilled nga mag-pageant ko, doing the catwalk, seeing people, and then receiving awards. But still, we have goals na mag-change gid siya over time.
As you grow old, you malahi na gyud ang imong ano aura.
Pageantry is still in my heart, but I think na my focus as of the moment karon is wala na siya sa pageantry, but on the different side na of life. But still, I love pageantry so much. I watch pageants and so on.
I'm more interested the time that you have joined a national competition.
Yes,
ng
ng Pilipinas.
Yes, but out of all ba yan, what the experience with meeting with your fellow sister candidates within the previous batch, 2023, kung masayo?
Yeah.
Oo. So what's the feeling at that time?
It was a roller coaster of feelings. But one thing for sure is that I know that it's a win. Even though I did not take home the crown, but for me, a win is something cannot be taken away from you, cannot be passed compared sa crown. You need to pass it over time. But for me, I had a feeling the ugjug ko ani. It's because of the experience. Not everyone could join national pageants. Not everyone has the opportunity to be on that stage, to be on that same experience that you have.
Yes.
And then after that pageant, sisterhood for me, the bond between me and the other candidates,
Yeah.
it was prolonged. Until now, we're still friends.
Yes.
And that's a win for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the experience of the pageantry is useless without friendship.
True.
The biggest prize is always friendship.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think of. So I have said it already
Mhm.
before sa previous pageant, of which I'm gonna mention the MPEM 2023.
Yeah.
That yes, prizes are at stake, but there's even a bigger prize,
Mm-hmm.
and that is friendship.
True.
The memories, the momentums, and the bondings that you had with, although with quite a short time within the strict schedule of activities, still friendship never fades away. It doesn't.
Of course,
be-
of course.
It doesn't replace anything with money. It's just
Yeah.
always friendship.
You know that what are the chances na ma-meet mo siya nga person, and then out of a sudden you get something from that person. It's either a learning, a wisdom, an experience. You know, you get to share emotions, and oh my god, it's brown out.
Uy, na brown out. Ala na, wrong time ba yun?
Oh.
Balik na. Sige. Galit na lang neighbor. So, go on. It's unexpected. It's not in our control. It's the management's control.
Yeah.
So, go on.
Asan ako ato?
Oh,
Yeah. Ano? What are the chances that we would meet, di ba, Abbas? What are the chances nga I would know you? You're from Davao. I'm from Misamis Oriental.
Yeah.
And then Davao is so wide.
Yes.
And so is Misamis Oriental. But I am so grateful that even though I was not able to experience Miss Philippines Earth Mindanao, I get to meet people like you, like Madam Boyet, and our beloved
Dr.
Dr. Mar. Yeah, who's in heaven.
May he rest in
May he rest in peace.
Yes. Anyway, here's another question which I would like to ask. Intriguing kayo katong imong kasinatian during your high school days, kung ako masayop with the RSPC or the Regional Schools Press Conference. What was that time sa imong panahon that you have joined as a participant in that prestigious competition with some of those na we cannot deny the fact na may mas hawod pa sa imuha or
Correct.
so? What's that?
It was DSPC, Abbas.
Okay.
It's called DSPC. And I was grade 10, fourth year high school. And then, we're in our hometown, it's very small, Medina. And then, we have this DSPC wherein different schools from Misamis Oriental would compete. And I was a radio broadcaster at that time. And so, I know I did well. I did pretty well, but there are still others that who have long experience more than sa ako. And that when humbleness would sink into you.
Yes.
So I was very confident at first that I'm the best here. But then I get to hear the other anchors speak, and I was like, why am I here?
Yeah.
I'm just a baby pala. I don't have much experience sa ilaha because when I get to speak with them, I was able to know that they have experience na regionals, they've been to Manila, they've been to conference, and I was shocked, I was humbled.
Yeah.
And then that's when I told myself that I will tell myself that I am good, but there will always be other people who is better. But I will not look at them as competition, but rather than an inspiration for me to become better. Because I know for sure that if I am not that good, there is still someone who is less good than me, who is less experienced than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. You know, actually, in my experience, I like to share this to you, and especially to the viewers. Never, not even once that I went to any schools division press conference because I'm like, ginasink in man ako with those that I hear, those that I watch, those that I read. And it's like, I'm just a media observer, but then, lahi ba yung feeling if I am into this institution which is the media. So currently I am on my, let's just say, grabe, 60 plus months na. Or 5 years kapin and 3 months kapin as being in the mainstream media. But of course, we have to be mindful that not everybody likes your taste because nobody cares about what you do.
You're not everybody's cup of tea.
Yes.
But be a coffee
Yeah.
that everybody likes.
Yeah. You know, there are so many young minds who have entered in the media without any supervision or minimal knowledge about the ethics, the code of ethics of journalism and broadcasting.
Yeah.
But of course, I have to be mindful sa akong mga gipamulong because kabalo ba yata, we have to set our example, our limitations because we have the rules of the kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, also the code of ethics of journalism standards from the superiors, the National Union of Journalists of the Philippines.
Grabe, ang dami mong alam.
And the Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism.
You're like a dictionary for media.
Yes. All they thought that I don't know, I know. But not everybody knows about
that.
Yeah. So, sa radio and television alike, I should give you an example that not everybody sensationalism of reports are being flashed on television, especially primetime newscast na usahay dili suitable sa atong mga young audiences kay pulos ngilngig ang mga pangitabo. Especially you will hear on the radio, there are police reports, spot reports from different areas, especially now that you have heard, if you pass through or you have heard the radio, a flash report while you're on a journey, on a trip or a travel, going to some place else, there's always a set of standards, but there are some certain words that are not meant for broadcast.
Yeah.
They have to shorten up baya.
Yeah, true.
There are alternatives naman, but not everybody would like na ano. So I think murag sensationalized baya ang mas giganahan sa mga listeners. Although it includes the minors na ano, it's cup of tea, but it's not meant to be heard nga muna to. There are ano suspects of sensitive issues like
Yeah.
pagpangulata, pagpanglugos, sorry, parental guidance is recommended.
True.
And also crimes, nalambigit sa illegal nga droga or such. So likely we have to set aside the limits to baya. So out of all the police reports, that is the beat that I really don't usually cover kay more of a general assignment baya ko.
Yeah.
Yes. And also with my experience, 4 years na ako. I don't know if you would know my story.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah. So technically, heart to heart baya ako isulti kaniwas. Yet not the typical
True.
conversation. Starting from humble beginnings, I was being trained as a block time reporter. Marag gisabak naman ko dayon sa reporting sa field. Pre-pandemic pa to. Then all of a sudden when the pandemic hit, bawal ba yung mugawas that time. Then I had left the program in advance since na nila gani kagawas kay isip kayo nga mangitag report while in the middle of pandemic due to some community quarantines. And aside from that, maybe the pandemic became the reason why I have established this this program that I created, and that's become a network baya. So we're going on 5 years, but I will just specify later on. But anyway, was there a time na ang imong parents wanted na given the imong dream na ba yan there's there a time nga ang imong parents dili supportive?
Partly, yeah. I understand because especially sa side sa akong father, they're more of a traditional man gyud.
Oo.
So mostly sa ilaha gyud, even in my mother's side, no one had ever been into business industry or entrepreneurship because most of them are teachers, engineers, and those are professions nga gusto nila nga sundan pod nako. And I know deep in my heart nga I want something else. I know I'm capable of being an engineer, capable of being a teacher. But then as I grew up, I have realized that my heart goes for entrepreneurship. And I need to explain that to my parents nga like this and like that. And even though mingon sila nga pag na lang day, pag maestra na lang, pag engineer na lang, pag law na lang. That's what my father dreamed nga mag-lawyer ko. And then I tried nga sundon ako ilahang gusto. But then throughout the process bitaw sa akong pag-eskwela sa law, abas, anak ko, this is not fulfilling. I'm not happy. I'm not doing this. Even though and then I asked my papa, anak ko saya pa, maguli ko dahil sa hingoog, taga-hingoog akong father abas. Separated sila sa akong mother. Anak ko saya pa, I will go home sa hingoog and then let's have a talk. But before ko ni Suryana na siya, usa man anak ka, okay na imong buwan diha apartment, okay na imong eskwela na na ka. Anak ko saya, let's have a talk pa. And then when I arrived at hingoog, anak ko saya ha. I bought him food. Okay. I know for sure nga masuko man jud to siya gyud or somehow akong expectation sa iya kay maano siya ba ma-offend siya kay nakagasto pud baya siya tas wala na akong gisunod ang iyang gusto. So nagdala kog pudaan abas. Nandan anak ko sa iya ha. Pa, I'm not happy. Ana jud ko niya dito abas. I'm not happy nga magsuwela ko og law. And I know it's very hard sa imuha kay boastful kay na akong papa abas kanang even though bitaw wala pa ko na nag-start na gid sa law school, he's been telling his office mates nga my daughter, she's gonna be a lawyer. Mao na siya abas. He's happy to share nga sa mga ganap sa ako ang life. So nana ko sa iya dito ko pa, I'm not happy. And I think mas dili jud ka ma-happy kung mas magastuhan ka tas dili din ako mapasar ang law di ay. It's because wala akong heart dito sa pag-eskwela sa law pa. I did like 200% of my conviction power abas nga ma-convince gid ako si Papa nga let me have this time of my life where I could grow, not because that's what you want for me, but because that's what I feel doing. Because I'm happy doing it.
Yeah. I don't know if napangutana na baya ang uban sa imuha, but nabay special someone sa imuhang life?
Right now?
Yes.
Of course.
So why?
Ay!
Kumusta naman ang imong kauyaban diha?
Actually, it's complicated. Wala siya kanang specific label, Abas.
Okay.
Because when you say nga, uyab, it's like, for me, it's a big commitment, Abas. It's similar to the next step for getting married na siya. Dili ko ga uyab, Abas, nga basta-basta lang. Gusto ko, Abas, nga po na jud, kanang pang-minyo na jud siya ba? So, nakaano ko sa kong kagalingon nga, throughout my past relationship, it's always long relationship, 6 years. The next one was 4 years. So I was never into playing yun sa But then, karon wala na ko Abas nga, wala na ko siya gi-specify nga completely uyab na jud nako siya. I was taking time to know him because I don't want to spend another 6 years, another 4 years just for a waste. Diba? It's like
Assuming.
Oh, hago na. So, instead of being in a relationship, we're in a partnership. That's what I could label sa amo ang duha sa ako ang partner karon. Boyfriend if you call it. Yeah, so partnership si Abbas because my partner karon, he's contributing so much sa ako ang growth mentally, spiritually. Grabe ka just nun, Abbas. Makayon nga dyan kong, I'm like the devil of this partnership sa mundo. Just nun ka siya, Abbas. And then, lately, I've been a fitness enthusiast. It's because of, through his guidance. He's also a fitness enthusiast man. He plays MMA, and so on and so forth. So, ito siya.
Pero, was there a time nga marag kasurrenderon na ka at the time that basin na you mentioned na baya na you don't want to waste another lifetime of your day. It goes na dili mag-work ang inyong pagiging relasyon.
I've been trying to shift my mind instead of thinking, Abbas nga, maybe this will not work, maybe this will not work. I shifted it that, what if I will enjoy the company now regardless of what will happen in the future? Because I know for sure nga today, I am happy being with him. And he's contributing into my life, I'm contributing to his life. So it's like focusing on the now instead of worrying for something that's not even happening yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Para klaro.
Yeah.
Napupuyo sa kapangutanan pero di na lang kay di pa na siya andam kung mag-settle down ba siya. Di na lang kung
The answer is no.
Di na lang kung magmatang.
The answer is no.
No, di na.
Yan.
Okay.
No pa, Abbas, no.
O sige. Okay, klaro na siya. Wala.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, we have to do a little game which is called One Word because some of the previous guests
I
that
saw
I
it.
did,
I saw it.
some of the previous guests that I do with the game. So there are some things and some personalities that I have in mind, and you should describe it in
One word.
Yes.
Okay,
Are you ready na?
okay.
Sige. Though I have limited knowledge in the province of Misamis Oriental, but I'll try my best. Sige.
Let's
Let's
go.
go on with some things. The most hated food that you ate.
Wala. I love everything. I love food even though, ano siya, Abbas? Hated? Wala.
Okay. So, dili ka maarte sa pagkaon.
No, I'm not.
Okay, klaro. Next, the most hated scenario that you don't want to experience again.
Ay, this is no filter man, Abbas, no?
Yes,
So I could
no
say
holds
everything, no holding back.
Yes, no holds barred.
I hate this. Even karon, I hate this. I still hate this. What was the question again?
The most hated scenario
Hated
you
scenario.
don't want to experience again.
Again. It was the moment nga nakaigit ko, Abbas.
Ooh.
Naminong pa dyan sila,
Oh
kuya.
my God.
But it's okay. It's an exercise for me to be able to speak from the heart.
Sige.
That scenario, Abbas, ato nakaigit ko. That was the moment nga every time I'm having an event, always ginagaytabo, Abbas, kalibangon jud ko for me before ko musulod ang event. It happens all the time. But then I have realized nga I can overcome that. Stop laughing.
Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Diba? Dili, kuhan ka siya, hated ka siya yun. Imagine mo ha, you are well-dressed and groomed and everything. Pageant, Miss Hingoog, 2023, 2022. Foundation, we put foundation on our bodies man when we're doing pageants, even here sa Hita. And then, kuhan ako dito, I was the next to perform on stage. Kalibangon din ko, Abbas. And then I cannot explain the feeling, no, nga kanang when you make rampa but then deep inside kabalo kang kalibangon bitaw ka, Abbas. I have overcome that. Nakahuna na ko, Abbas, nga before the event dili na jud ko mo inom og gatas kay mao da siya ang pakaigit nako, Abbas. Mao siya yung pagkasakit sa kong tiyan.
Okay.
Yeah. So mo to siya.
Lactose intolerant.
I'm lactose intolerant. Di ko pwede mag-inom o gatas whenever I have event.
So, bawal di ang milk tea sa imo, ha?
I don't drink milk tea.
Okay, kape lang.
Kape lang yun.
Okay, sige.
Yeah.
Para klaro, di ba masipyat ko hatag. Okay, next.
Next.
Here's another thing that you would like to describe in one word. The most favorite sister candidate you'd like to bond again.
Oh, definitely the Rose Kagan. I competed with her during my Miss Kamigin era. And then she's like the most versatile nga competitor na ako. She don't even treat me as a competitor.
Okay.
We were just like in Camiguin and then just enjoying the beach and then planning for the future that after pageant, Dai, let's go there, let's go. Until now, we have such great relationship. Hi, Max. If you're watching, I miss you so much. But there's a lot of other candidates pa nga I'd like to bond with. Christine Sarsalejo, our Miss Kuyamis 2023. So yeah, ito siya.
Okay. Another thing that I'd like you to describe in one word, a thing you cannot live without.
A thing I cannot live without, whey protein.
Nag-gym ka.
Yeah. I need to hit my protein intake a day, in a day.
Sige.
So yeah.
Yeah. Another.
Mhm.
The most annoying situation that you don't want to distract with.
The most annoying situation
Yeah, that you don't like to distract with.
that I'm not gonna distract.
That you don't mag-focus na ka pero na yung magsamok.
That's when kanang mag-prayer.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever we have occasion in our family, I'm always the one who's gonna lead the prayer. But then I'm a very humorous person man, Abbas. Like, gutom na kaayo ang tanan, gutom na. And then it's very eminent gid nga makakatawa gid ko, Abbas, whenever I see something funny. So that time, I was leading a prayer like in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, thank you so much for this and that. Suddenly, Abbas, nakamata man jud ko gamay. And then I saw my brother na ginana siya, Abbas. Oh. He's making face. Ano jud ko sa kamulo prayer, Abbas, na nag-ano jud ko. Reset. Ano jud ko. I was holding a microphone. And then my brother, I know magid for sure, Abbas, nga ang gaingon akong inner self nga ayaw pagmata kay nag-ungit imong manghod. But then I opened my eyes a little and then I saw him. Devil kay siya, Abbas. Yeah, that's the most annoying scenario ever. Muna ko mag-prayer, Abbas, magdungo na lang jud ko, Lord, thank you so much for this food and everything, bless us, Lord, amen. Maramahuman ako ang role.
Oh, grabe. Mga lisod kong naibadlungon yun.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's go on some personalities. Again, disclaimer, limited akong knowledge sa mga tao nga namuyo sa Misamis Oriental.
Yeah.
But I think the Misamis Oriental Governor Pedro Unabia.
Peter M. Anabia, one word,
San Pedro. Yeah, one word.
idol.
Nice.
He's my idol.
Yeah. Ano, Pedro kay San Pedro.
Yeah.
So, okay. Sige. Next, I don't know if you know this person. Cagayan De Oro City, 2nd District Councilor, Girly Balaba.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, she is a former newscaster.
Yeah.
She's formerly from Davao.
Mm-hmm.
From ABS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next, Miss Universe 2018, Catriona Gray.
Oh, sophisticating.
Okay. Miss Universe 2015, Pia Alonso Wurzbach.
Boobsy.
Wait.
She's very boobsy. I like her boobs so much.
Okay. Not suitable for men. They're not.
Yeah.
Okay, sige. Kung kabalo man na ayaw na pag-distract.
Yeah.
Miss Grand International, CJ Opiaza.
Wow.
Alright.
Wow. Like, wow.
Wala yung masulti.
Wala. Yeah.
Okay. Miss Universe Philippines 2025, Maria Atisa Manalo.
Barbie. She's a Barbie.
Yeah. Miss Universe Philippines 2024, Chelsea Manalo.
Dark.
Morena.
Yeah, Morena.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell dark horse, but then it would be two words na, so dark na lang. Morena na lang. Let me change Morena.
Sige. Para ano dit, para safe.
Yeah, safe.
Sige. I don't know if I could describe this person in one word basta ma-persona non grata ko sa ilahang lugar. Miss Philippines Earth Air 2024, Feliz Clarantea Solomon Rosantes.
Crown. Yeah.
Okay, crown lang. Wala.
Yeah, that's crown. She deserves crowns, titles, and so on. She's very potential.
Okay. Not gonna escalate further.
Yeah.
Disclaimer. They're not gonna escalate. Miss Philippines Earth 2023, Ileana Marie Aduana of Siniluan, Laguna.
Perfect. Very much. She's almost AI. Like, yeah. If there's another greater word for perfect, that's what she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw her in person once sa Davao yun. Miss Philippines Earth 2024, Iramel Inutan Alfeche.
Kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miss World 2013, Megan Young.
Exquisite.
Okay. Grabe. She's an artist.
Yeah.
But beautiful.
And then a gamer.
Yeah. Miss Universe Philippines 2023, Michelle Marquez D.
Witty. She's witty.
Yeah. The first female plus size mutya ng Davao 2024,
Ooh.
Hannah Mage Picho.
Impactful.
Very
Yeah, she's very impactful.
Yeah. If she's watching it, she's more than happy that you describe her in that sense.
Yeah.
Hi, Han. I hope you're watching. Okay. The former Diwa ng Davao 2024 and, of course, events host Jan Marine Rendon.
Ooh, potential.
Very good. She went to places ba yan?
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Former Mutya ng Davao 2017, Binibining Sindangan 2023, and events host Reina Kobayashi.
Ooh. Compelling.
My favorite, Pauline Amelinx.
Inspiration.
I saw her good
Mm-hmm.
twice.
Mm-hmm.
But the first time I met her, very close.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
beautiful
Yeah,
in
yeah,
person.
yeah.
You're supposed to be sister candidate, former Miss Malaybalay 2023, Generous Calambro.
Friendly. Yeah, she's friendly.
Nice.
She adds me first. And then whenever people would add me first, I would always sing friendly sila. Yeah.
Okay. Also, you're supposed to be
Competitor?
supposed to be your sister candidate, Binibining Panabo 2024, Queenie Marie Dacchio.
Oh, she is stunning. Stunning for me, yeah.
Okay. Another,
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a pageant enthusiast than the Davao anyway.
Uh-huh.
Your fellow sister candidate of Hiyas ng Pilipinas, Million Joy Calbigas.
How do I... Funny.
Yeah.
We have like similar humor. Kabigas.
Yeah. Congressman Rufus Rodriguez of Cagayan De Oro.
I don't know him personally, but I would say that he's good. Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Part ba yan sa Northern Mindanao,
Mm-hmm.
Cagayan de Oro?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Part of Misamis Oriental, respectively.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Oh my God. Undescribable. He's like everything. The best leader, the best president, tatay, the best tatay. Like, you could never have a leader that would risk his own life just for the safety and the betterness of others, the country as a whole. Never. He's selfless. That's the word, Abba. Selfless.
Okay. Of course, last but far from least, Kadangpan Carlo Dolier. Describe me in one word. I'll take it personally.
Abbas! No, that's not the word. No, the word for you. Sophisticated.
Explain why I'm sophisticated.
At your work, as a person, as a media person, as a friend. That's how I could describe you.
Yeah.
There's a lot I could describe you actually, but that's like the best word because when you say sophisticated, it's like a word that's social at the same time.
Yes.
But then it's like, wow.
Yeah.
It's giving you wow effect.
Okay. I take it. Okay, that's about it for our one word. But right before I would wrap up this interview, of course, there's so much, many opportunities that we will talk soonest. But
Yeah.
of course, we'll just take the chance na magpasalamat sa imong mga supporters, Luyong, you wanted to self-incline yourself from the pageantry. Kay labi na sa imong mga na imong sponsor
Yeah.
sa
Miss
pageantry.
Earth,
Oo.
yeah. Just a little story, Abbas, ha?
Sige.
A lot of people doesn't know that I was joining Miss Philippines Earth Mindanao.
Okay.
Not until the post that you had sa mga pictures na mo, di ba?
Yeah.
And then, I was trying to keep it low-key and quiet lang muna. But then, when you posted the picture, people were so excited, and I didn't know that I would receive so much support from others. Na, oh, I'm so happy nga. We will see you again from the stage because it's been a year since you've competed here in Pilipinas, and then after that, there was no competition na dayon. And now you're joining Miss Philippines Earth. Why man naghilom-hilom ra ka? Sila. And then, I'm very sad na I was supposed to compete. Is it okay ba to say?
Pwede ikaw na bahala.
Oh, yeah. I was very sad because I was supposed to compete this year for Miss Philippines Earth Mindanao, but then it was canceled due to some reasons. But I want to say thank you for those people who still believed and who still love to see me on stage, who still love to see the glamorous face of me with the full glam makeup and then with the catwalk and everything. Me too, I'm excited. But then there are things that we do not see, we do not expect, but it happens. But I know for sure that when the perfect competition comes, when the perfect time comes, there's no perfect time.
Yeah.
The right timing, siguro. When it comes, then I'll just prepare myself physically and mentally so that if nanay competition, then go. I'm gonna make laban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you like to thank katong mga sponsors, katong used to be na you have competed for Hiyas ng Pilipinas?
Yeah, I'd love to say thank you for our Mayor Donato and Chan, for Nanay Marian and Chan, for our Mayor sa Ingog City, Mayor Eric Anyasa, and of course, Governor Peter Onabia, and the tourism officers of our municipality, and those people who have supported me. They don't even want their names to be mentioned. But they know who they are. And thank you so much, guys, from my heart. Thank you so much for supporting me throughout the pageant. And even though I'm not in the pageantry anymore, you still support me.
Yeah. And before we wrap things up, the 5th anniversary of the Kadangpan Digital is approaching. Do you have any message for the 5th anniversary of the network?
Oh, guys, my message is that I hope the network as a whole would grow and would have a lengthy of years to have this kind of service, because I think this is the most amazing thing that a person could do, to interview other people's lives without the filter, without anything. You know, just being interested in sharing ideas and information to people so that they could have the idea that they needed to have or the information that they needed to have. So through this Kadangpan Digital, this is such a wonderful network that you have, Abbas, and I am praying so much for your success and more years to come. Abbas.
Thank you so much,
Of
Luieva Mae
course.
Bernados. And just before we wrap things up, I had just brought something from you all the way from Davao City.
This is what I am looking for.
It's dark chocolate from Malagos.
Malagos,
But it's
85%.
dark
This is
chocolate.
so dark.
Yeah, so dark. Yes, and also t-shirt. I don't know if you like.
Of
but
course, I like everything.
Yeah. So,
Size large.
yeah, Kanilang from Davao.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yes. So this is I
Yay!
brought along.
This is so cute. I could wear this at the house when I'm doing laundry, like sexy laundry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Abbas.
but I hope you would visit Davao
Of
soon,
course.
even without the pageant.
Of course. I'm looking forward and I'm making plans where to go to Davao, and I know for sure that I have you. You could guide me there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yay.
not cliche, but so much. Anyway,
Mhm.
so that's about it for our one-on-one heart-to-heart interview with this not so usual setup here inside the
Yeah.
mall. So salamat sa mga nagalantaw, but of course there will be some other time na makauban pa nato si Luieva Mae Bernados.
Because
Yes. All the
this
way
will
from-
not be the last
Yes, it will
time.
never be the last.
Yeah.
From Medina, she traveled here in Cagayan. Samtang ako from Davao to Cagayan De Oro.
Of course.
So kini gyapon ang inyong ubos nga alagad, ang inyong kadangpan, Carlo Dolier. Kauban, si former hiyas ng Pilipinas Contender 2023, Luieva Mae Bernados from Medina, Misamis Oriental. Daghang salamat ug maayong adlaw kaninang tanan ang pigpermente. Once again, mabuhay ug madayaw.
Madayaw. Bye, guys.